Aboruboyo, every single one listening to us today. Aboye Boshishe, and thank you for joining today's broadcast. We apologize for starting up late on this particular series of Ori. Kórí inú gbogbo wa má bàa tòde wa jẹ́, káyé ó má bàjẹ́ fún wa o. If you guys can hear me now, let me know. Can you hear me? Do you have a sound now? Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and share with your friends and family and let them know that we're live. So, the more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. We are going to be starting in a jiffy. All right. Àṣèbá lára àtàjèrò, àṣèbá ọ̀rọ̀gún ìlà, ìbà àwọn tó jáwé síwájú wa, ìbà àwọn tí sì ń wẹ̀gbò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ti wà níyì. Àṣèbá ọkùnrin àti obìnrin o, kí bá tiwa ó ṣe o. Àṣèbá àwọn ìpàyà àpàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, arógbàṣọ má balẹ̀. Àwọn atapájorí àti fúnjẹ̀dọ̀. Àtẹ̀jòjòrò òǹró, gbogbo abiyamọ ayé. Àṣèbá yín o. Ìbá gbogbo obìnrin pátápátá tí bá ń gbọ́ wa ní wákàtí ọ̀wọ̀ yìí. Kẹfọ̀já àbọ̀ àrán yín pọ̀n wá. Káwọ̀ má jábọ́ lẹ́yìn yìí o. Kudos and greetings and veneration and reckoning and credit to all our ancestors. Kudos to Ogunlakayi Oshimole Olobile Fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ Olasonle Fìmọ̀ Kímọ̀ Búra bí aṣọ. Kudos to Ṣàngó Olúkòso Àyàrá iná iná lójú iná lẹ́nu àbàkàtà àti ẹ̀yẹ̀rìyẹ̀rì. We give veneration to Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ Olóìláyàn. We give credit to Èṣù Láàlú Ògiri Òkò. Ọ̀bẹ̀lẹ́kún sunkún kẹ́rù ọ̀bẹ̀lẹ́kún, ẹlẹ́kún sunkún láàróyè ń ṣẹ̀jẹ̀. Àṣebá ilẹ̀, ìbà omi, ìbà afẹ́fẹ́, ìbà oòrùn, ìbà iná, ìbà agbede méjì, òfurufú àti ìkúùkùté rẹ̀. Kíbà tiwa ó ṣẹ lódì o. And we also pay veneration and homage to everyone listening to me right now, every single one of you. I venerate you as an Orisha, and I ask that your energy, collective energy, that the universe is releasing to us today, be able to provoke enough wisdom amongst us today. And for whatever it is that we discuss today, may we be able to actively live a life of participation in the scheme of the world. And may we do better, greater, more awesome things than our ancestors. Ashe Koribe, Ashe Koribe. Now we continue in our series. Today we talk about Ori in connection to tongue. A sì máa fi odù fa Obara-Meji Ifa máa là fúnra wa. Ori in connection to tongue. Then we also be going to Obara-Meji to make it more explanatory for one another. So I would like you to listen carefully. Over the time, we've been able to talk about the sensitivity and vulnerability of Ori. And under that topic, we explained extensively on what name can cause to the functionality of your Ori. Although we started the topic by opening it with the science of Ori in African spirituality. And so today we are going to be talking about effects of tongue on Ori. And we are going to be also teaching ourselves through Obara-Meji. I'd like to establish something to you today, that there are different and diverse ways of interpreting one Odu Ifa. It is the one applicable to your situation, especially if it is also encapsulating or it's serving as an umbrella for your situation that we make use of. Lucky enough for us today, Obara-Meji is speaking to you and I. He's speaking to you and I. Before we continue today's teaching, I would like to make some decree. Iwájú ọpọ́n Ifá gbọ́, ẹ̀yìn ọpọ́n Ifá gbọ́, ó mú lọ́tún, ó mú lọ́sì, àárín ọpọ́n Ifá, ẹ̀ta ọ̀run, ire ò ní dibi mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ o, àfi tí bí ó bá di ire mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní iwájú iwájú báyìí lọ̀pá ẹ̀bẹ̀tẹ̀ ń ré sí, iwájú iwájú lọ́lá rẹ̀ ó mọ̀ ré sí. Orí ò ní padà kó dìrò, gbogbo yín pátápátá tẹ́ ẹ wà nípò orí lónìí, ẹ ò ní padà dìrò. Àbùdí ń tolókun, àbùdí ń tọlọ́sà. Kò sẹ́ni tí ń rídìí òkun, ọmọ aráyé ò ní rídìí yín o. May the source of your happiness, the source of your joy, the source of your greatness, the source of your beauty, the source of your peace not be exposed to the people of the world. May the deep of the sea and the treasure therein be made available for you and yours. Tá a bá rí tí ń perí rẹ níbi igbe rárá lára ń ké wọlẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa kégbe wọlẹ̀ báyìí. Oṣoolé ní ń porí ìwọ níbi igbe rárá lára ń ké wọlẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa kégbe wọlẹ̀ báyìí. Àjẹ́lé ní ń porí rẹ níbi igbe rárá lára ń ké wọlẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa kégbe wọlẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ní ń porí rẹ níbi igbe rárá lára ń ké wọlẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa kégbe wọlẹ̀ báyìí. Torí igbe kíké níṣẹ́ iye lóko, ìkùn kíkùn báyìí ní tẹgbére inú igbó. Gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ní ayọ̀ rẹ ò tẹ́wọ̀n nú, ilé ayé rẹ ò tẹ́wọ̀n nú, ìdùnnú rẹ ò bá wọn lára mu kí wọ́n máa kégbe wọlẹ̀ báyìí. Káyé ó yẹ ọ́ kalẹ̀ o, kò sórí rẹ o. Ìtàkùn tó bá wá ní kérí máwòdò àtòun àtẹrin ní ń lọ, gbogbo ẹni whoever has said that you will not find a breakthrough in life or move forward or be better or be positioned in your rightful place in life, may they become like the root that is uprooted from beneath. Ayé á dára fún yín o, ayé yín kalẹ̀ o, ẹ ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ o. Ọdẹ tó gẹ̀gún tí ń wòṣẹ́jú Elédùmarè pérégedé báyìí ni ó gbẹ lójú omi. Everyone who is looking at how you will succeed, mocking your effort, speaking ill against you, downgrading you, demoting you, talking you down, mocking you, constantly doing antagonization against you. Whoever has taken the position of an adversary against you, may their life be a perfect testimony of sorrow upon sorrow, sadness upon sadness, demotion upon demotion, backwardness upon backwardness. Òkè báyìí ilẹ̀ yẹn ń fọhùn, òkè òkè níwájú rẹ̀ ó mọ̀ lọ, lọ́lá àti ó mọ̀ lọ. Àṣẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Let's continue today's program. Let's even say a word of decree to also to everyone who is pregnant right now. Those gbogbo ẹni tó bá diwọ́ disẹ̀ sínú pátápátá àbí tó bá mọ̀ wọ́n rí, for every single one who is currently taking in the hands and feet and brain and body of another fellow human being in their tummy, in their state of vulnerability, in the state of pregnancy right now. Kò sẹ́ni tí ń gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ewúrẹ́ o. Nobody take delivery of a goat. Kò sì sẹ́ni tí ń gbẹ̀bí àgùntàn. Nobody take delivery of a lamb. Béwé bá ń jábọ́ lára igi kì í nígi lára. If a leaf is dropping from a tree, it doesn't bring inconvenience to that tree. On the day of your delivery, we will hear both your voice and that of your child. There shall be no complication. May ease, the energy of ease, energy of peace, envelope you on the day of your delivery. Ashe. Today we talk about Ori and tongue. We cannot overflog it. That it is very important for us to know how we cater for our Ori. For the Ori is the energy around which every other thing is surrounded. We have also advised each other, it is very, very good to recharge yourself all of the time. Ori is like a mobile phone. There could be good network signal, There could be good camera. There could be good speed on the phone. There could even be latest technology on the phone. But without battery, without charging this thing, all other things are useless. The same with your ori. Everything in life revolves around the state of your ori, which is also your energy. The state of your ori, which is also your energy. And so it is important for you to cater for everything that would either attract things to your energy or deplete the state of your energy. So, a máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ wa pé kí lọ̀bọ fi ṣorí tí ìnàkí ò fi ṣorí? Kí ni kìnìún fi ṣorí támọ̀tẹ́kùn ò fi ṣorí pẹ̀lú? Why is the lion the king of the jungle and not cheetah or tiger? Why is the peacock the king of the birds and not ostrich? Why? Is the leviathan the king of the sea and not shark? This question, we must constantly check it. For in African spirituality, when things are not going the way you intended it or it is supposed to go, you have a chance to troubleshoot. And troubleshooting could also be querying. It is not proper for you who embrace African spirituality to count it all joy or to give thanks in all things, except otherwise stated that that is how your Ori wanted it to be. In Christianity, they say, in all things, give thanks. In Islam, also, they say you should always thank Allah, irrespective of the situation of your life or whatever it is that you are going through. In African spirituality, when things are not going fine, you have the right, under all circumstances and all situations, to query and ask, why is this happening to me? And that is what makes African spirituality better than any other form of spirituality. For we do not fear the sky god, neither do we bow to the idols. What we do is to provoke ourselves to become the God of our life. And so, the moment a man takes charge of the event of his life, if something goes wrong, he is also given the ability to query, why is this not going the way it should? It is Christians that don't query their pastors. When you pay your tithe and you pay your offering and you sow your seed or you give project whatever and you mop the toilet and you wash the washroom and you clean the altar and still things you are looking for did not happen, you still keep going to break limit years upon years upon years upon years. When you break the limit this December, you go at least 5 times during the year to break the same limit, and you never sat down to ask yourself, could it be that there is no limit I'm breaking, or what I'm using to break the limit is not effective or potent enough? Why? The job and the purpose of religion is to render you dumb and dull. In African spirituality, when you do it the way it ought to be done and it does not happen the way it should happen, you can query things. Wọ́n lókun tí ò jẹ́ ewé rẹ̀ kù kan ni. There must be solution. And the thing about African spirituality is that irrespective of location, situation, color, race, if it works in Africa, it can work in America. Same result. African spirituality now give you the freedom and liberty to question things. Now, in African spirituality, the subject of mystery does not exist. Why did I say so? Could there be things in African spirituality that does not come with mysticism? Yes, there are plenty of them even. But things remain mystical, mysterious, diabolical, unexplainable to only those who refuse to get the knowledge, which is the power that another person have over you. If someone disappear from here to that place, it is not abracadabra. There is no magic in African spirituality. It is knowledge. What you should ask him is, how did you do it? If he can be bold enough to tell you how he did it, irrespective of your social status, age, situation, health, financial status, it will happen for you the same thing, the same way. Not one God is greater than another in African spirituality. Knowledge is what activates the godship inside of you. Are you with me? Knowledge of self and your surrounding environment. And so there are methods. If there should be anyone who is scientific, it should be your ancestors. What they did in those days that worked for them is what we are still doing today and working for us. Simply by applying the same method, the world is not changing. There is no dynamism in our universe. Everything has a law. The moment you know the law, the effect happens to you. And so when event of life happen to you that does not meet up with your expectation, you have the sole right to query things. But most of the time, whatever it is that you are querying, you realize that you are also the causal organism of it. Àwọn bàbá money, àwọn bàbá money. Wọ́n ní wípé kòkòrò tí ń jẹ̀fọ́ ara ẹ̀fọ́ ní ń bẹ. That particular insect that is messing up the flower is living inside the flower. And when I say that, some of you will think it's because somebody is doing it from outside. Before you begin, during my experience in divination, out of 100, 95% of time, what is wrong with mankind is not someone invoking it, it is them not knowing what to do right or doing the wrong thing. You are the one behind your own problem. Are you with me? Now, in African spirituality, it is important for you to understand that troubleshooting, debugging is available for you in case what is happening in your experience you don't like it. But most of the time, we forgot that even we are the main problem. The very insect messing up this beautiful flower. And the thing about life is, it does not matter if you do what is needful. If you constantly do against yourself, whatever is needful that you have done will result in toxic growth. A flower that is being infected by insect will keep growing, but will keep looking ugly and messy. Why? It will keep growing because you keep watering it. That's why so many people do sacrifice and they perform right, and their life is no better. Nothing, nothing messes up or stir up or even misconfigure your energy than the words that you say. either to yourself or in the area where you are. That's why we always warn some people, we say, be very far away from places where there are negative pronunciations. Negative pronunciation. Last time when we were talking, we established the fact that everything exists as a sound. And if your name is a sound that your Ori respond to, what name do you bear? What name do you bear? Our universe is made up of sound. Beautiful sound bring about beautiful physical experience and sight. Ugly sound bring about ugly experience and sight. We have spoken about who is this I am. You can check it. And those who apply their art to knowledge, by now we realize that. And when you laugh, with your mouth you can create your reality, and with your mouth you can destroy your reality. It is one of the smallest part of your body, but when it is maneuvered, moved in an untamed manner, your tongue is capable of destroying you. For you will not use your tongue without a referral or a foundation that involves your energy. Have you noticed that those who have no energy in them cannot even make a sound? Have you noticed that? That people who are exhausted, tired, cannot make a sound. Have you also bothered to notice that the moment you give up the energy within you, then the sound automatically goes silent? The moment you give up the energy within you, the first way, did you notice that the very first way we notice that your energy is out of your body is when your mouth does not make a sound anymore? There is a close connectivity between your energy and the sound that you make. And so when you use this mouth, this tongue carelessly, either to proclaim what is bad towards you, it may not instantly be your reality, but every single thing you experience today are produce of what you called into life yesterday. Until mankind get to that position where they realize that they are the very creative force, that their movement is a creation, that their voice is a creation, that their words are creation, that their decision is a creation, that their location is a creation, that their thought is a creation, mankind will never be able to exercise the right amount of self control to become the best of all the species. So the close connectivity between your energy, which is your ori, and your tongue is that your tongue detects as a compass where to go for your ori. Are you with me? Your tongue dictates as a compass where to go for your ori. That's why we say what we do in African spirituality is not to pray, it is to decree Yòòbó mọ̀ pé ní ìwúre, ìwíire, you speak goodness. You make pronouncement as you want it to come into your reality. How do you make use of your tongue? And so far, so good, how much experience you can say is positive in your whole life? People complain about a job, you got there and you complain about it. Once you complain about a job, everything within you follows suit in the direction of your complaints. Everything we do, you follow suit in the direction of your complaint. You can't call yourself a failure and then your body will reach out for success. Do you realize that those who say I can do it receive some extra energy automatically? And those who say, I don't think I look at these words, I can do it, comes with excitement. I can do it is simultaneously conditioning your ori to look for the necessary resources. Now, in the state of your ori, it is possible. And so the energy that vibrates around you then is like banging a bell. Bang! And all that you hear is success. The moment you say, I can do it, the next thing is that you begin to visualize how it can be done. But the moment you say, I don't think I can do it, even with that word, you yourself begin to feel a low vibration within you. You yourself instantly begin to feel a low vibration within you. What happened is that your ori closed down on all possible resources needed to do that thing. Do you know that the day you die, you will realize on that day that everything that has crossed your mind is possible? And that the resources to get them done will not be newly manufactured from out of space. That all that you need to be God and to do all that you want is already here. You did not come to make them, they are here. All you need to do is to assess. But when your tongue say they are not, to you they will not. When your tongue say they are, to you they will. I teach you today how to create your own reality. This is not motivational talks. I'm not talking about if you can picture it in your head. No, I speak to you about the law of vibration and also that of attraction. You guys must have heard about it. It exists in African spirituality. Odufa Obara-Meji Ifa, the law of vibration and that of attraction. A lot of people focus more on the law of attraction that they do not know that the law of vibration precedes that of attraction. It is what you vibrate that you attract. Attraction don't come by picturing. Attraction comes by vibrating in the frequency of the destination you are going to. Attraction comes by vibrating in the circumference of the resources that you need. The moment you say, I can get it done, you know what happened to you? You begin to think only on how to get it done. The moment you say, I cannot get it done, the only thing your ori conceive at that moment is how not to get it done. And those who think of how to get it done don't give flesh, blood, life for failure. I don't think of how it will not be done. If I want it done, the only thing I focus on is the success part of it. It has worked for me. You know why it will work for you? The moment you begin to vibrate in the frequency of getting it done, The universe send the right set of people to you. The universe send the right kind of word to you. Can we put this to a test? I teach you practical stuff. Can we put this to a test? Think of buying a certain kind of car. Say to yourself and say, I want to buy BMW so series. Focus on it so much. Do you realize that when you go out, it will look as if BMW series is the only car you are seeing on the street? It becomes so common. It becomes so common. Before you take your eyes off a car, you have seen that BMW series. Before you get into a corner, you have seen that BMW series. Before you sleep, you have seen that BMW series. Do you know what the universe is trying to tell you? It's available. Meanwhile, before you decided to buy BMW series has been that common, but you have not conditioned yourself. Your Ori as a compass has not been conditioned to vibrate in that order. Don't you think so? It does. You have not conditioned your Ori. There is something missing. There is sound is missing. You are yet to condition your Ori to vibrate in the direction of the thing that you desire. They have always been there. You are the one who did not take note. But that doesn't mean they have not been there. You see, you don't need Jesus to exist. You do not need Allah to exist. These are basic, simple principle of those your ancestors who did wonderful things. They didn't meet Jesus, did they? Those your ancestors that their name are yet to be forgotten today, did they serve Allah? Did they? They didn't. People who apply their art to knowledge and the sacred secret of the universe, they achieve the same result. Monumental one, the ones that cannot fade away even after their lifespan. Are you with me? You see, the moment you set your heart on a thing, your already begin to bring necessary pictures, necessary courage, necessary encouragement, necessary confidence, necessary things. It makes it virtuous so much. Do you know what now happens? If you are serious, you begin to now solve for it. There is an algorithm now on all our social media that if you browse on home accessory, maybe a rug on Facebook, have you noticed when you browse home accessory, maybe just browse for kitchen utensil on Facebook, watch it. The moment you browse for it, when you get to Instagram, you realize the kind of advertisement that keep coming to you will be home kitchen utensils. If you go on Google also, you realize the kind of advertisement that keep coming to you is kitchen utensils. They established programming algorithm based on how Ori works. It comes so much to you that you eventually find a deal that is within your budget and you eventually buy it. Before, you don't know who is going to supply you don't know where to buy it, you don't know who is selling it, you don't know the kind of quality available. The moment you browse it in one platform, it begins to come up in other platform. That is the way your Ori works. The same way your Ori works. The moment you conceive it and vibrate in that tone, especially when you now make a word or a statement regarding it with your mouth, your Ori begin to attract you. And from the attraction, it begin to connect you with the right kind of people who have the same mind as yours. They say birds of the same feather, they do what? They flock together. There are people who think the way you think in our universe. There are people who want to achieve the dream you want to achieve in our universe. There are those who are going in the same direction as you in our universe. The moment you vibrate in their frequency, the universe link you to that person It's a pool of people wanting to achieve the same thing. And when you connect resources together, you realize that it's available. And that starts with a sound that you make with your tongue. With your tongue. These are basic science of African spirituality, which your Babalawo may not have enough knowledge to teach you, which sometimes when you practice this thing without right or something, you can begin to, you will start having instant result in your life. There is a place of right. Your tongue. In the aspect of tongue, in connection to your Ori also, there are people who have used their own tongue to expose their own next step. To reveal their own next step to others. The business you have in getting things done in this episode of life is not between you and a confidant. It is not between you and your family member. It is not between you and your friends. It is between you and your Ori. Wọ́n ní bánú sọ má bẹ́nìyàn sọ o, bánú sọ má bẹ́nìyàn sọ, àgógó ní ìgò awọ ẹnu lójú ìfẹ́, bánú sọ má bẹ́nìyàn sọ. Adíá fún bàbá agbólẹ́nu bí agogo, òjò pa báhùn tẹ̀wù táṣọ. In the process of wanting to impress, a lot of people have exposed their next move to those who will delay and reduce their speed. Ó padà débi tó fẹ́ dé, àmọ́ kí ni wàhálà ìhámọ́ra ogun tó fẹ́ kó bọ̀. There are people, when we make divination of Akosejaye for, in the Akosejaye, they are not meant to celebrate birthday, ordinary birthday. But all their life, till the age of 35 or 45 or 50, they've been celebrating birthday. Osheludisori, your Ori is not the type that need noise. People who want to get married sometimes, there are people that if you make noise, do big wedding, as if you are the first person to marry, they may end up not having children later, which is against their Ori. It is not because Ori will now seal their womb. There are people who should not know about your movement. There are those who must not be aware. A tún máa sọ fọ́mọ mi kó má sọ fún ìyá tó bí i lọ́mọ, kì í ṣe torí pé ìyá òun jàjẹ́, àmọ́ a ti sin ìyá yìí ní etí. That the case of a woman, she's so much in love with her children. So much in love with her children. This is not mysticism. But none, I repeat, none of her children successful. And they are well read. Listen to this. None of the children are successful. And this woman has suffered. She was the one who came to me and said, I've been to several Babalawo. I've been watching you for so many times, a long time ago. But you look rather young and you look rather conventional. Or, so I never believe you can do anything fantastic. She was one of the very first people that told me that she doesn't believe in me being a Babalawo because I speak a fluent English. English that makes my life so difficult whenever I want to broadcast, I'm always thinking, so we'll go there and be blowing grammar. I love my Yoruba. Say, your English is so smooth. I can't believe you are a Babalahu. I say, kí lẹ́ á fẹ́ ká ṣe fún yín báyìí o? Kí la wá rí gbọ́? My children, this and that, blah, blah, like, blah, blah, blah. So we made divination. And I asked the woman, I said, has your children been calling you witches that you are behind their problem? They say, that's exactly what is happening. Listen, say, that is exactly what has been happening. And I love these children. I said, I can see that you love them. For you to stoop so low to come and consult with a man that speaks too much English that you don't even believe in, that means you have exerted all forms of effort. I said, but there's no problem. I will bother you. I said, this is the thing. No. I said, don't be angry with these children. You will go and tell your children that whenever they want to do something so spectacular in life, they should never venture to inform you. Are you listening to me, people? Are you with me? I said, go and tell your children, warn them that if any one of them tell you before they make attempt to do something fantastic in life, you will disown them. And the woman was wondering that, what's going on? I said, don't worry, I will tell you later. So she went to tell them. And they were wondering, what's going on? There's a certain one that has been writing a certain scholarship examination and all that. Every time he goes, they will give him a story. And when he wanted to attempt again, he refused to tell his mother. He went for the examination and he became successful. The other one also that was going for employment. In fact, he left home totally. Because he did not say, Mama, pray for me, I'm going for interview. When they got there, they employed him. So the woman came to me before another thing happened. Say, àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí mà ti wá ń rí ṣe. Ìlọsíwájú ti wà ń dé bá wọn. That these children are now beginning to progress. He had a network issue. Are we back now? Are we back now? So the woman said, you told me to come and tell you when there's improvement. I'm seeing improvement now. A lot of improvement. At that time, me, I've actually collected my own service charge and all that. She was asking, so what happened? What happened between me and the children? I said, what happened is that you have been made an interlink between your children and those who are dropping about their progress. And the person who did that is your own mother. The person who did that is your own mother. And she did that long time ago. That every single time your children want to take a fantastic step, because you are a female, the rest of her children are males, she is harvesting those children's shine to make sure that her male children survive in life. Because you are a female, she doesn't consider you as someone who needs greatness. So whenever your children speak good things to your hearing, your own mother get to know, and the moment she gets to know, every of the attempt is forfeited. The woman was very sad, was crying, and all that, and blah blah. I told her not to confront her mother, but she went back to confront her mother. We had some background issue, spiritual confrontation, and all that. We settled it. Now, when we talk about don't expose yourself, sometimes it might not be that the person you're exposing yourself to really want you to do bad. It may be that their ori is working against yours. Now, everywhere those children go to, what they tell them is their mother is behind their problem. But it was not their mother, it was their grandmother using their mother as a bait and as a harvester of the children. They wouldn't be able to compare. People are wicked. There is no way that whoever is not meticulous would be able to link the grandchildren to the grandmother as the one who is affecting their life. Et la fi pé kó bánú sọ kó mọ́ béèyàn sọ. Some people in their divination, we will tell them, you cannot do a loud wedding. They have done like 3 weddings now. They are still not stopping. For every single wedding they do, and there is noise and there is party and all that, that marriage breaks. There are people who should have gone further from where they are. It is not because their ori is not willing. It is because they are exposing their moves to someone else. Several reasons, several experiences that we have seen. That, to some people, will require right, sacrifice, but it doesn't require anything. To listen is better. Remember, when they come to me, they would have paid their service charge. If you require a right, we will tell you. If you don't require, we will tell you. All that the woman requires is to make sure she is not privy to the information about her children's sources, so that her own mother do not get a hold of it. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lọ́láya ńlé lónìí tó ṣe wípé aya tí wọ́n nílé ló ń ṣe lòdì sórí wọn. So many of you having wife at home, it is your confidentiality relationship with your spouse that is affecting your life. Báwo la ṣe sọ fún yín? How do we tell a husband that don't tell your wife about your moves? It is not necessarily because the woman is a witch, or it may be because they are already antagonize each other. Ọ wà lọ gbọ́rọ̀ ayé rẹ̀ sọ fẹ́ nítorí rẹ̀ ṣe lòdì sí ọ. Ìlànà sọ pé kó ṣe mí àìdọ̀. It happens to male, it happens to female. So many women married a man who, whenever they share a good idea with that man, it never see the light of the day. So many of you have friends today that whenever you try to compare ideas with them, it never sees the light of the day. It will be better if they go to make use of that idea, to steal the idea and go make use of it. But somehow they don't make use of it, and even you who owns it don't. Ẹ wá máa béèrè pé kí lórí tiẹ̀ ṣe gbé? It is not because something is wrong with your ori, but the kind of sound you vibrate out. You are vibrating your sound to negativity. We have spoken about saying bad words to yourself. That is the reason why when we wake up in the morning, we say, don't use our daily manner. Don't use open heaven. Do away with Psalm 91, Psalm 92. You don't know the meaning of those. Pray, decree upon yourself. Orí mi àtètè nìran. Orí mi àpèbí. Orí tẹ́já fi ń labú. Orí tọ́mọ ẹranko fi ń lajú já. Orí ní ṣe ní tá a fi dádé owó kórìí mi ṣe mí kí n dádé owó lónìí o. Orí àṣẹ ni à tẹ̀pá ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ kórìí mi ṣe mí kí n tẹ̀pá ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ lónìí o. Orí ló ṣe Gbàdàmọ́sí tí fi ń jọba láwùjọ àwọn ládéládé kórìí mi ó ṣe mí kí n bọ́ sáwùjọ àwọn ládéládé. Ibi orí ó ti gbè mí kẹ́sẹ̀ ó rè mí lọ o. Kórìí mi ó má burú o, kórìí inú ó má bà tòde mi jẹ́ o. Lónìí, oríire lórí mi o, kóríire ó wá mi rí o, kóríire ó wá mi kàn o. Àwọn tí ń lóore lọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n fèrè kẹ́mi o. Àyájọ́ ń bẹ tá a ti fún yín kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ ṣe ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ò ṣe é. There is a verse under Eji Ogbe that we use for Ajé to activate Ajé. I don't know how to now begin to interpret it in English. You hold your head together, you begin to say it. Aromogege, aromogege, aromogege. Òjì kùtùkùtù mókun ọ̀là dání lórúkọ tá a pè wá Ajé. Ọlọ́mọ ṣíjú pé torí ẹni tó o bá ṣíjú rere wò ní lówó, Ajé ṣíjú rere wò mí lónìí kémi ó lówó. Torí èmi lọmọ olúkẹ́ńkẹ́, èmi lọmọ olùkẹ̀kẹ́, èmi lọmọ olúfi gbogbo ara kẹ́mikẹ́mi, èmi látọwọ́ gbére ọmọ agbọ́nìrègún. Ẹni tó lékun méjì kó fi kan kẹ́mi lónìí o. Èmi lọmọ olúkẹ́ńkẹ́, èmi lọmọ olùkẹ̀kẹ́, èmi lọmọ atẹ́wọ́ gbére ọmọ agbọ́nìrègún. Ẹni tó ní méjì kó fi kan kẹ́mi, èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá. Mo dòkìtì ọ̀gàn lónìí o, kẹ́nìkan kó má bì mí wó. Mo dígí àràbà lónìí, apá yóò lè ka mi. Mo dẹ́yẹ ìdì lónìí, létéńté báyìí ní tewé ojú omi. Òṣìbàtà báyìí òun ní lékè odò. Èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá kí n lékè. You speak these things to your own ori, as you want it to be. Kórí ó sún mi báre, kórí ó gbére kò mí, kórí ó kóre wálé fún mi, kórí ó fare mọ́ mi lára. You speak these things to yourself. You will be inspired by the universe according to what your ori needs per day. According to what your ori needs per day. Sounding. When you tune your ori in a very good frequency to vibrate in that way, your experience can be absolutely pure and positive all of the days of your life. Without the name of Jesus, without the name of Allah, even you can condition the atmosphere around you to answer to your need. Kọ́ ọ fi tòṣófóṣó, kọ́ ọ fi tàjẹ́fàjẹ́, kọ́ ọ má ṣe pé tobìnrin báwo. Are you with me? Obara-Meji ló wá kọ́ wa, under Obara-Meji. Obara-Meji taught us about the importance of our tongue. It says, àwọn òjò pa bá wọn tẹ̀hún táṣọ́, ajá fún bàbá agbó lẹ́nu bí agogo. tó fẹ̀yìntì mú mi ẹkún sun láwùjọ. Ó jí fojoojúmọ́ báyìí kọmi inú ogun. Wọ́n ní kó kára ńlẹ̀, ẹ̀gbọ́n ní kó ṣe. Ńgbò ó wúbọ tán ló wá doníre. Ó nígbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo dalájé, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo dolówó, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo daláya, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo donílé lórí, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo dalálàáfíà, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. Ìgbà ẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo dẹni tó nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀, òjò pa báhun tẹ ò dáṣọ. The divination of Baba Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo means someone who do not have control over his own mouth. You know, this is something I will never do. I will never keep you in the dark. Africans in America, Africans in Britain, Africans all around, and Africans who do not understand my mother tongue. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo is a old elderly man under Obara-Meji. When they say he should use ram to do sacrifice, he will do it. When they say he should use chicken to do sacrifice, he will do it. When they say he has to go naked into the market, he will do it. He does everything that needed to be done, but his life is messed up. So they gave him a name. An elderly man who do not have a reign over his mouth. Baba Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo, an elderly man who do not have a control over his tongue. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo, an elderly woman who do not have control over the words of her mouth. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo, a little boy, a little girl who is bent on speaking without control. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo, one who could not keep his own secret. Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo ni wọ́n. He got tired of his life. What he took his friends 10 days to do, it takes him 40 days. Whatever takes other people 1 year takes him 10 years. His life was not going the way it should go. Remember when we started, I said, one privilege you have in African spirituality is the ability to query. Somebody say basket mouth. Thank you. Unfortunately, a lot of us, when the emotion of pride come upon us, we speak of the things we shouldn't. We not only speak of the things we are worth, we exaggerate things that we are not. Mouth also should be taken care of in promising people what you cannot give to them. People have gotten themselves in problem. I will come back to Baba Agbolẹ́nu bí agogo so that I don't forget this thought. Your tongue is so powerful that people can hold the sound it makes against your ori. Except you did not use your mouth to tell me that you will do this for me. Many people you have promised that you refuse to feel it. They are instigating the earth against you, the water against you, the universe against you. The universe is not unjust like you. If you make the pronouncement, you have created that event. It is left to you to live up to it. So I always warn people, please, I know you are expecting something huge, but please, if that huge thing has not come into your pocket, don't make a promise of it. I know that you have a good heart. But if what you want to promise is not within your reach, don't make promise. There are wicked people in our world who will push you to make a sound, for they know the importance of sound and they can twist it against you. As a matter of fact, some of them will make you give them some promises. They will go behind you and mess your journey up and still use your word against you. And it will work. Speaking to the young men listening to me right now, a lot of these men are going through issues of life that tá a bá wá dífá máa rí fa ẹlẹ́yẹ ń bẹ̀. Ìyẹn ò túmọ̀ sí pé bóyá àwọn ayé ní ṣe ọ́, àmọ́ ò ń jàjà obìnrin. Páńpẹ́ ikú ṣe é kó sí, páńpẹ́ àrùn ṣe ń kó sí, má kó sí páńpẹ́ obìnrin o. Wọ́n gbọ̀n túlútúlú bí adìẹ tó yò pa ni. You can mess with everything, don't mess with women. You don't make promises to a woman and expect her to just get over it. If you would marry her, say you would. Do not promise a woman marriage because you need sex. Yeah, people should hit the like button. Hit the like button on YouTube or whatever place you are watching us from. Hit the like button and then make it possible for others to also see it. Do not make promises to people, especially women folk, if you do not intend to fulfill it. People make promises because of your emotion. I said, don't say a word when you are in your happy state. Don't utter a sound when you are in your mad situation. For each and every sound that comes out of your mouth is conditioning your ori to behave in a certain way. I will speak only what I wouldn't mind experiencing. What I wouldn't mind experiencing. Baba Agbolenu bi agogo, let's go back to Dawood Ifa. Went back to Babalawo. You have told me to use goat. I've used I've done. When they now made divination, they realized that. Olubobo Tiribo. Olubobo Tiribo. Awokini. Olubobo Tiribo. Awenu. Okoro tí ń jẹ fọ́rẹ́ ìdí ìgbàlówà. Whatever is making your plant sick is living inside your plant. They told Baba Agbolenu bi agogo that. You know what he did? He went back home. He sent his wife packing. He tagged his mother as a witch. He began to, anybody that comes to him, he began to say, you are the one against me. You are the one doing me. You are the... And the situation did not still change. So he went back to Baba Agbolenu and said, my situation is not changing. They say, that's the problem with you. So many of you will make divination for you. You'll carry it and go and give to other people to help you check it. So many people have dreams. They come in public and they share it. If you know me very well, whenever it comes to the issue of dreams and interpretation, I don't even respond to you when you begin to share your dream in public. You don't know how sensitive that is. Dream is something that you cannot attain when you are awake. That is the most sacred, the deepermost part of your, is there a word like deepermost? The deepest part of your life. The universe avail you the deepest secret within you, and then you come online and you begin to say, I had a dream that this, and who asked you? Who asked you? The problem with you people. Let me share an experience. I made a divination for someone. She was going to settle down with somebody, and we said, okay, from the look of things and the reaction of what we have here, things are going fine now. No one can deny that. But in the end, you people will still end up throwing stick for each other, which means you will still divorce one another. What the lady did was to go take the voice note and go give to the person. Why do you make divination regarding a person if you are not already suspecting that something is wrong? You don't come and do divination when your life is perfect. So she now took the divination and gave it to the person she made divination regarding. And the person now said, he rejected this divination. Now took her to his own Babalawo. And you know what it is now? Once you tell a bedi, once you tell a dimbe, that one say, no problem, everything is okay, we will find a way around it and all that. So what the person came to tell me is that I'm a fake Babalawo. That what I said I cannot do, because she was telling me that how can I do it that their later end will be sweet? I said, is it not out of 7 billion people in the world? Can't you find another man? Must we run the universe because of you? I can't do it. She came to me and said, what you cannot do, the things you cannot run, the right you cannot do, somebody else help us to run it. I said, you are still in the money. You have not entered afternoon. We are telling you that the night time in this relationship will be bitter. You are in the morning. It's 5 a.m. in the morning of this relationship. You have not gotten to 12 p.m. in the night, and you are confident that the 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 7 p.m. in the night will be okay. People deceive themselves a lot. Silly people. In practice and standard practice, when a man and a woman come for divination, I don't care if you go and tell each other later. I will deliver your divination to you individually. Individually. Even if it is your mother that brought you, even if two of you come to me and you are in front of me, mind you, when you come for divination with me, you will not sit on a mat. Oh. You will sit on a coaching chair. It's a very good environment. You will sit on a coaching chair, we will talk, we will discuss. You will tell me what your problem is, what I will help you find is the solution. And you can't come into my house looking dirty. You can't come into my house looking dirty or expecting dirt. We will even offer you water or mineral, whatever you like to drink. We are not of those people. Things have changed. Even if you come with your spouse, when I want to start the divination, someone will go outside. When I'm done with one, the other one will come inside. When I'm done with the two of them will sit down and I will tell them, go and think about it. If you now want to tell each other the full detailed nitty-gritty, that's your problem. It's not my own problem. We have seen people that will deliver divination of one to another. The other one came back behind and is asking us that how can we help them turn the star of their friend to their what kind of a human being are these people in this world? Cushion share what kind of a human being? But you are there, you say, I trust my friend. We are childhood friend. We are childhood friend. So things like that. This is not about being secretive. This is about being discreet. Not everyone is entitled to your next move. Not everyone should know what you are thinking. Do you want to know? It is the survival of the fittest. Àràgbé láyé, ní tí Yorùbá pè nù, àràgbé nílé ayé, it is the survival of the fittest. It is the survival of the fittest. Husband will come and say, help us to attack the wife. There was a certain person I work for living in Europe with his wife. We told the wife, come home and stay with your children and all that. The husband knew that he is unemployable in Europe and came to us and said we should do it. We should padlock the wife in the snow. So he will come home. The woman will be bringing money home while you are frolicking around with women here. The woman will be walking endlessly, will not have the urge to want to come home, and then will just be walking in snow like that. People are wicked. People are wicked. But that's their problem. That is the reason we do this kind of teaching. They told Baba Agbolenu go and mind your mouth. Take steps without telling others. Move in silence. Let your life be like that of a pregnant woman. A woman don't tell people that she had sex. Let your life be like zygote. Zygote don't inform a woman that today egg has met with sperm. Pregnancy will announce themselves. It's not like you are hiding forever. They will find out when the universe has made it okay for them to find out. They will find out. People will surely find out. Finish building the house, they will find out. Finish buying the car, they will find out. Finish raising your children, they will still find out. Success and goodness is like pregnancy. People will find out. You don't need to go and tell them. But for the likes of people who like to, your WhatsApp status is filled with your achievement. Your Facebook is filled with your achievement. Only you one will go to Dubai and will be tormenting everybody, oppressing everybody as if you are the owner of Dubai. You want to take a step, you have taken the step, you are telling people. Some people's hair do not even like. Some people's ori forbid announcement of their goodness. When you achieve success, is it for you to enjoy or for others to know? That's the question. When you achieve success, is it for you to enjoy or for others to know? You should answer that question. If it is for you to enjoy, bishu eni ba ta fọwọ́ bòjẹ́. Bishu èèyàn bá ta fọwọ́ bòjẹ́ ni. When they now told Baba Agbolenu bi agogo under Obara-Meji, go and mind your mouth. The day he started keeping his mouth shut, his life began to gain the right kind of momentum. The day he decided to keep his secret, his life began to take or gain momentum. Under Obara-Meji, Baba Agbolenu bi agogo. A lot of you have unsettled the aura of your ori today simply by boasting. Some of you, so many people, is a lie that they are lying. They are simply just lying. They also just want to belong. And you have used lie to mess up your reality. What you said you have achieved, you did not achieve it. You have told people you achieved it. For what you did not have, they still torment you on it. For that very thing you did not have, that you have not achieved, they still torment you on it. Why? Because you set your ori on a false motion. And we have the likes of modern day people who call themselves dog, who call themselves nigger, who call themselves beast, who call themselves bad boy, who call themselves mother this, mother that, who call themselves all those nasty, demeaning things. Who taught you how to demean yourself? Who taught you to tune your ori into a wrong frequency? You can never be greater than the sound that you listen to, especially the one you create for yourself. You can never step beyond the music that you listen to. You can't. You cannot behave as a God if you begin to call yourself ordinary human being. Ọ wá pé ìwọ erùpẹ̀ lásán tó ń ṣe lénìyàn, ta ló ṣe ọ́ lénìyàn? People who behave like God are those who have the mentality and also the declaration, I am God over this situation. When there is turbulence in your sea, don't reach out to Jesus to bring peace. Reach within yourself and speak peace. When there is a barricade on your way, do not pray to Allah to take it away. Call your inner strength and move it out. When there is a life you wish to enjoy that you can't, do not use fasting and prayer to create some diseases in yourself. Go back to the drawing board, re-strategize. Call those who have been successful in that area to show you the way. For the answers to your request will not be newly manufactured from outer space. No alien or angels with wings is bringing answers to your request to you. It is here in your hand and in the hand of those who are there. And whenever you need help, don't hesitate to ask those who can help you. Don't hesitate. But first, you need to know how to condition your own environment, your own aura, your own ori to dance to the tune. I am the best in my field. I am a monumental African spirituality teacher. I help people realize that they are gods. I look inward nature. I understand the universe and bring liberation to others. I am a world standard teacher. I am a descendant of great ancestor, and I will be the ancestor of great descendants. I will not beg for bread, and I will not disown my own ability. So when you say this word to your ori, you condition the moment you say it, how to get it don't come to you. Live in the constant atmosphere of positivity. Be your own priest first. Be your own prophet first. Live such a life that your words carry authority and decree. Do not approach the table of power with pleas. Approach the table of power with authority. Nobody take you serious in the you live authoritatively and decree it. We are back. Sorry. You don't beg. In the place of power, you approach the table of power with authority and decrees from your mouth. And that comes from you knowing that you are not ordinary, that your mouth is filled with power, power and ability to speak it into existence. For the sound your ori hear is the reality that it creates. For the sound that your ori hear is the reality that it creates. Aboruyo, aboye boshishe. It's time to start asking your questions, and then we'll call it a day. Have you learned anything from that? Have you learned anything today? In case you've forgotten, so you don't go to church for these kind of messages. Until Baba Agbolenu Bi Agogo began to cater for his own words, living actively and intentionally, ensuring that he knows who to tell and who to keep quiet from. His life never turned. Ó nígbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo dolówó, òjò pa báhùn tẹ̀wù táṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ mí ni mo daláya, òjò pa báhùn tẹ̀wù táṣọ. Ìgbà tẹnu rọ̀ ni mo donílé, òjò pa báhùn tẹ̀wù táṣọ. Òjò pa báhùn tẹ̀wù táṣọ. Willie is asking today that Baba Yooba, how does today's message relate to a Yoruba phrase? When you tell people positive things you are thinking about, must you tell people things? Speak into the atmosphere. Speak to your ori. Speak to your ori. Tèmi á dára lónìí o, n ò ní sorí gbé o, orí inú ò ní ba tòde jẹ́ o, ibi orí ó ti dára kẹsẹ̀ ò sì mẹ́dẹ́bẹ̀ o, káyé ó dára fún mi o. People, you don't use the hearing of people to speak to your ori. Are you with me? You don't use the hearing of another human being to assess your own ori. Speak to what matters. It is your ori. Ilẹ̀ ògẹ́rẹ́ afọkọ́jẹrí alápòore lónìí, mo tẹ̀ ọ́ kí n tẹ̀ ọ́ sówó kí n tẹ̀ ọ́ sọ́lá kí n tẹ̀ ọ́ sáìkú baálé ọ̀rọ̀ kí n tẹ̀ ọ́ sí oríṣiríṣi ìpèsè nílà oòrùn níwọ̀ oòrùn ní gúúsù lárẹ̀wá kíre gbogbo kó mọ jẹ́ tèrè nítorí pé agbèrè tó ń gbèrè pàdé olókun kó mọ gbèrè pàdé olókun mọ́ ilé mi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá ni kó mọ gbèrè wá àlùkò tí ń gbèrè pàdé wọn ní oníwò kó má gbèrè pàdé wọn mọ́ ilé mi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá ni kó wọn pé oríṣiríṣi tí ń gbèrè pàdé wọn ní pé you will say all those things. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá bá mú mi látòní lọ kó mọ́ lòdì sí mi lára bí n bá fáfẹ́fẹ́ sí mú kó mọ́ lòdì sí mi lára bí n bá dáná kó mọ́ jó mi. Bí n bá sùn kí lé ó mọ̀ wò lé mi lórí ọjọ́ tí bí ń pọ̀nà kí n mọ̀ sí lọ́nà ọjọ́ tí lé ó wò kí n mọ̀ sí lé. Káyé ó dára fún mi kọ́nà mi ó là kí n mọ̀ sórí gbé kí n mọ̀ tẹ̀sẹ̀ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀. I don't have to speak these things to you. I speak it to my ori. That's privacy between you and your ori. What matters is this. Ori la ba bo ọba fò ṣálẹ̀. Torí gbà torí ń gbé ní bolo ṣáwà. It is ori that we venerate. Let us leave the idols. For when the ori is directing our steps to where we will succeed, where are the idols? That's what that was. That's what it means. And nothing says that you must cash out to the atmosphere. When I say condition your atmosphere, I do not say, no. You speak to yourself. Everywhere the sole of my feet get to, may my ori succeed there. Every opportunity that will go against my divinity, may it not be enticing to me today. I decree upon my life, for everywhere there is a way, may the doors be open. For everywhere there is no way, may there be a way there. All those things you speak actively with authority. When the old and young and fat and thin and fair or dark see me today, may they rush towards me with favor. Kọ́mọdé rí mi kó ṣe mí lóore, kágbà rí mi kó ṣe mí lóore. Kọ́kùnrin rí mi kó ṣe mí lóore, kóbìnrin rí mi kó ṣe mí lóore. Gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá gbére lọ́wọ́, kó fi kẹ́ mi. All those things are simple stuff. All those things are simple stuff, except you now want to go complex by speaking or invoking the words of nature. Invoking the words of nature. Invoking the words of nature. a máa pe olúpèmọ́pè 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 irun orí ní bàṣírí orí kórì mi ó bàṣírí mi lónìí o nǹkan ẹsẹ̀ abàṣírí ẹsẹ̀ kórì mi ó bàṣírí mi lónìí o irun ara bàṣírí àyà kórì mi ó bàṣírí mi lónìí o. You start saying those things, invoking those goodness. And if you are sick also, you begin to say words that provoke healing. And the best of the conversation happen within you, not without you, not outside of you. Adekola is asking, Aboroboyo Ogbuato, if you have a project to carry out, but you don't have the resources, but there are friends and family that have such resources, what is your advice in this situation? Are you talking about business partnership? Is it business partnership you're talking about? There are ways to copyright. There are some people's divination refuse them from going into partnership with others. There are people we do divination for and say, don't go into partnership with people. And most of the time, the reason why we even look for family and friends to come and help us is because we do not know our own limit. We do not know our own limit. When we start small, the proceed of small can add to more and add to more and add to more. But if you really need to go into partnership, put law into consideration. Ensure that these people are willing to sign documents and papers. Sign documents and papers. Great teachings. In a new world, even if you have a thing to say, find a way not to say it in public, even to a phone. Your privacy might not be protected. Go and just do it. Thank you. Idama rule is saying, Baba Yooba, how can I undo the damage done my agbolenu bi agogo? Arugbo enu ni. Arugbo enu ni. You know? We start with divination first. We start with divination. Gigi is saying that. How do you know if a divination you received is accurate? Does it resonate with you? Does that divination resonate with you? If it does, yes, why not? If the divination resonates with you, why not? And if you have reservation, speak to the person that divine for you. And there is other part of you that you really want to find situation solution for. Aboruboye, can we also relate positive affirmation to the concept of Oriki? Positive affirmation is creating the reality you want. Oriki is speaking about the history or the attribute of the family you came from. The attribute of the family you came from. And you know Oriki is also a sound. So when the attribute of the family you came from have some negative sound in it, and you like it, and they call you that and you accept it, an elderly man called me for divination, so I went to his house, and then he looks wealthy, robust, with good skin, but nothing is good for him. So people look at him and they smile or laugh, but within himself he's crying. So we did everything we could do. We could not find a problem. So until I was inspired and I asked him, what is your Oriki? Your family attribute and their record. And in one of his Oriki is it says that the one who suffer and it does not show in their body. Ọmọ àjọpọ̀ Yamaru. Àjọpọ̀ Yamaru. The one who suffer, he will always suffer, but nobody will notice his suffering. You know, when you are crying within, but people see you smiling without. And it's not as if you are pretending. You are suffering, but those who see you cannot even favor you because they felt you are well made. He's inside his oriki. So we told him to change it. We told him to change it. And that was the end of his struggle. That was the end of his struggle. Divination doesn't have to come with so much. Sometimes it's a simple tweaking. He has been to church, been to mosque, been to everywhere. Ọmọ àjọpọ̀ Yamaru, how can you be suffering a lot and people don't see it in your body? How will they help you? Someone is asking how many times, how often should someone appease his Ori? As many as possible. When you go to the Jew people and you go to the rabbi, Ori appeasement is not something they find it. They do it almost every day. I recommend at least once in a month. Once in a month. At least once in a month. Some people do it consecutively, and when things begin to go smooth, they forget about it until they get clogged up again. And then they will be coming, they will be running back. So, the appeasement of your Ori is like having a good irrigation. When the irrigation system is flowing, it will not break germs, it will not bring mosquito, it will not smell, it will not be stinking. Appeasement of your Ori. I told you, like, how many times do you charge your mobile phone? When it's going down, you have to charge it. Sometimes when it's not going down, you just have to make sure there's battery on it. Because then you run out of current, even though there may be network, the phone may be the best in town, you can't access it. Aboroboye Obuato. I'm keen to know if Ori is the same as soul or subconscious mind. The concept of soul does not exist in African spirituality. We have the energy, which is also known as spirit, and then we have a body, which is the window through which the energy see the physical life. So your energy, which is also your Ori, can be subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is not the same as soul. If there is a concept of soul in African spirituality, then we will have to agree with the teaching of heaven or hell. But we do not have heaven or hell in African spirituality. We only have reincarnation, a process of recycling an energy. So an energy could assume a new body and use that body as a window through which the energy will access the physical world. So while your body is a window to the physical world, your name or the sound that you hear, it hears, is a window to the energy inside. Everything that you hear, that you see, store in your subconscious, which is your Ori or your energy. So soul is not the same as subconscious mind. D. Obuato D. How does procrastination affect these Ori dynamics? We already know that everything we need is available. But if we don't take an active step, we should also realize that we are guilty of taking advantage of time. For once the time for a thing goes, resources about it also go with it. So procrastination, which is the bringer and the magnet of poverty, is something that a lot of us need to conquer. And that comes from approaching life with pessimism. Sometimes lack of confidence in self could be the reason why people procrastinate stuff. So if you have a dream that you want to achieve and you tell yourself that you are going to achieve this dream in the next 10 years, it will take 10 years to achieve that dream. But if you tell yourself you are going to achieve it in the next 1 year, it will take 1 year to achieve that dream. Dreams don't have lifespan. It is you are the one who give lifespan and duration to dreams. And whatever lifespan or duration you give to a dream, the dream will break itself down to fit into that lifespan, to that lifespan you give. Still talking about you being your God. Achievement, success in life is not a product of a certain time. It's a product of, are you ready? So when you say you will be successful in the next 10 years, success will take 10 years to happen. But if you say you will be successful now, it will take now to happen. Everything respond, everything you are calling from your energy, respond to the time you are giving to it. So we must learn how to master time and how to make use of it also. We carry so much historically without even understanding it. Thank you, Papa, for always pouring into us. You're welcome. GG Fine Girl Fab say, is Ifa initiation supposed to be 4,000 USD? It depends on who is doing Ifa initiation for you. But I have never done initiation for somebody currently now. Nigerian Naira is around 530 Naira to 1 US dollar. So if you give 1,000 USD, that's about 530,000 Naira. The highest of IFA initiation that I've done for someone is about 150 to 200,000. That is way less than 1,000 USD. But I've heard people who say they collected 3 million Naira to do IFA initiation for people. Some even say they collected 80,000 euros. Those elderly people from Oshun, those Babalawo. The man who taught me a lesson, his memory is blessed in my mind now. May his energy return. Who taught me this initiation stuff and all that? We have never collected such amount before in our life. Not that we don't deserve it, but what are we doing? What are we initiating? Are we initiating your womb or your uterus? Is it your generation unborn that we are initiating that will collect 4,000 USD? Can these people stop duping all these Africans in America? Can these thieves stop this nonsense? Can these people stop? Can we just stop making it difficult for people to access their ancestral reconnection and help themselves? And I will not blame them. I will blame the people who want their life to be difficult so that it can have some memories. So many of you think if your life is not yet difficult, then it cannot be sweet. So many people. When you make it so simple for them, they believe it is not effective until it is hard, until it is difficult, until they have to be sorrowful, until they have to tear their pocket. African spirituality is simple. It is simple. Don't kill yourself. I know it's even recommending initiation for you. Is your way this way? Have you been picked by Ifa to get initiated? Why do you need initiation? Why must you join a cult? Why do you want to fraternize? What are you looking for? You talk to me about your own intention and motive, and I'll tell you if duping you is okay or not. But I will not collect such amount of money from you to do initiation for you. Kò lè tó yẹn o. Kò lè tó yẹn rárá o. At most maybe $1,000. At most maybe $1,000. When you do this initiation, you will still have to buy ticket and come home, get hotel and all the while. This inhumane. It is inhumane. But then if we tell you not to do it, you people will still say we are fake because we are not collecting money from you as much as your Babalawo is collecting it. Because if you don't pay with your blood, you don't think it is sacrificial enough. So I would say people should pay what they want to pay. What is the difference between Ori and Eleda? Or are they the same? They are the same. How do we appease feet? Essay as feet and Ori work side by side. Thank you very much. This is a sacred secret that a lot of the Babalawo do not know. If you ask a number of them, even the elderly one, ask them that how do we appease feet? Because we always talk about Ori, 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 Ori. Ask them that the means through which Ori take us to the point of our blessing, how do we appease it? You find out the information and come and tell me. When I start a reconnection right for someone and getting them started in this way, the very first Ori we do, we also do appeasement of it for them. There are ingredients we have to do. People who have witnessed it from me, they should know. See, the original source of feet washing is here in African spirituality. The original source of feet washing is here in where? In African spirituality. And it is so sacred that the water used to wash your feet, you cannot live with your babalawo. If you live with them, they can mess your life up. After we finish the feet washing, all the ingredients in it, everything, we give it to the owner of the feet. Go and dispose it yourself. If possible, dig a hole and pour it inside. There are secrets where there are secrets. So some of us just look young in age, but then we have gone far. And it works for us. Ibi orí ó gbé ọdẹ kẹsẹ̀ má ṣaláìsí ọdẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ sì má yàbàrà síbi tó ti rà lákòbá ò ní rárìn fẹsẹ̀ sí o. Ká má rìn ní ọjọ́ tí ebi ń pa ọ̀nà o. So you are asking, how do we? Those are more complicated, right? Those are more complicated, right? Those are more complicated, right? So it's not easy for me to just give you on a DIY. The ones I can give you on a DIY, I've told you. What is the distinction or connection? If there's any, I think I've answered that. Somebody is joking and saying that, how many ori are you using? Okay, she has been given that price. They want to dupe you. It's not that hard, though. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Okay, we are rounding up. Okay, somebody is testifying that some babalawo even are even collecting 25,000 pounds from white people. To start with, I don't initiate white people. If they will not make me a pope or a brother of mine a pope, or they will not make me lead their Jamaat in Saudi Arabia, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I read this and I'm piqued by it. And I'm thinking this is a person who also said the husband is secretly recording Iwure and all. I think this relationship is now toxic. This relationship is toxic. If when you found yourself in African spirituality and your husband begin to do all of these things, you know what to do. Take care of you first. Take care of what? Take care of you first. Sometimes rehabilitation is the beginning of recovery. Rehabilitation is the beginning of restoration. Elijah Collins is saying, Baba, can non-black people receive Ifa divination? Oh, why not? Why not? Ifa it is a divination tool. As long as the color of your blood is red, and you are coming to it with plain mind, I'm a white. Many white I do divination for. What I don't do is initiation. What I don't do for white people is initiation. I do divination for. I have a lot of white friends, white students, white children also. I have a lot of them. I don't discriminate by color. African spiritualists are bigger than that. We don't sit on the table of racism when it comes to helping humanity. Helping humanity We don't sit on racism. But when our heritage is concerned, we retain it within our black people. But there are some Babalawo who sell us cheap to people who do not really. Do we retain our same Ori when we reincarnate? If yes, can you find out anything about your past life? While you may not retain your same Ori, but yes, you can find out things about your past life. It is under Akosejaye we find that out. Akosejaye will tell us how evil you were or how good you were. If you have a leftover or carryover of suffering to do. So when we make divination for somebody during Akosejaye, we say if they don't get to the age of so they cannot prosper. We are telling them that ibi burúkú tó ṣe èèyàn òṣì ni ọ́, and you are a wicked person when you first came. So you finish up. Your children are not inheriting your evil. You will come back. So it is to our benefit to create a better life. For the life we created is the life we come to live. When we say let's create heaven on earth, we are not talking about doing good so that we can be rewarded with paradise. We are saying it is where you left that you come back to. The more you invest in it, the more it's like making your house dirty and running away from it, hoping that it will be clean by the time you come. No, you make the dirty house. Okay, somebody is saying Aboruboye. I'll take one or two more questions after this and then we'll wrap up. My question is not about Ori, but about Kundalini. What's the difference between awakening and Kundalini awakening? There are levels of awakening. Kundalini is not even it's not a language I understand. It's from the eastern part of Africa. Kundalini is when you're we live in a parallel world, the physical and the unseen. Let's say this is the thin line between them. So once in a while, the seen access the unseen. Once in a while. When the seen access the unseen, the body or the casing where the sin is experience some quaking. Why? Because they are experiencing a new nature. As a beginner, they are experiencing a new nature. And so the images, the picture, the virtual reality they are seeing is different from what their lower body is used to. So there may be quaking, there may be some gesticulation on that is for beginners. When it reached the stage of Kundalini that you are talking about, that means this thin line between this world and the other, which is unseen by so many, has been removed. And so they are nearer and closer now. So when a person has not mastered, when a person has now not mastered the unseen during the first stage of awakening, they may run mad. It may result to insanity. Why? Because they don't see what others sees. They see the unseen, which is a parallel life to the seen. Are you with me? Now, there is a need for one to be trained and mentored if necessary. If one realizes that this thing won't turn me to a mad person, there is a need for one to be mentored such that you can behave practically normal in the seen world when you are experiencing the unseen. You can retain your composure. You can retain your temperament. You can retain your confidence. You can retain your energy as if nothing is happening, even though you are seeing what is unseen. Of all the things I hate in my life, I hate people with aerobic exercises, all in the name of spirituality. People that, I don't like that. This thing is simple. Don't make it so dramatic. I don't like dramatic people. Not be only you they see what you they see. Which two we they see am. Don't make it. However, if it is new to you, you will feel that quaking. So the earlier the better. Now, one now need mentoring. One need mentoring to be able to master the unseen in the seen, to the point whereby you live in both worlds simultaneously without one affecting the other. Are you with me? So tí o bá fẹ́ gbẹ̀mí Elijah, Elishakabula, gbẹ̀mí ẹ sí wá mo lè kó fọtí fún ẹ tó bá gbẹ̀mí kan tó ta sí mi. So people say they get that spirit of Oshun enter them. They are not ìfọ́tí ló gbà o, ìráyè ranu o. Manage yourself. Everything can be mastered. So it's a stage by stage. However, if you are new to it, it will shake you. It will shake you. The Yoruba is Ishipaya. Ishipaya. Ishiju is different from Ishipaya. The paya after it is the effect of that revelation. Yoruba they have word for exclamation or effect. There is a word for every sound. There is a word for every effect. Ishipaya means a sudden outburst, a sudden breakthrough, a sudden revelation, overwhelming, out of control, a total oneness with the unseen. We must not, because of that, now distort the. So there is a need for mentoring and all that. There is a need for mentoring in all that. Roland is saying, why are a lot of people skeptical when one just tell them about African spirituality? Something happened today. Myself and my Mr. Benga, we went to the court to swear in Avitafi. So the lady was asking about my religion or what I practice, say Christian or Muslim. I say, put African spirituality or traditionalist there. And she was like, they have never used that. I said, you have started using it here today. And she was skeptical. I said, what? So somebody was there. I said, why don't you just use Christianity for using? I said, I'm not a Christian. Put it there. And they put it there. We went to sign. They accepted it, and then we move on. People want to deny their origin and race. We do so alongside with their spirituality. A European will be proud of being in Illuminati or Wicca, which is the group of witches. An African will be ashamed of identifying as an African spiritualist. So for Africans, you are either a Christian or a Muslim. Any other thing, you are cake. May we not live a life of bastardhood. May we not live a life of bastardhood. Ade Black is saying, do our Ori look exactly like us and have the same character as us? You pick up characters from your daily experience. You pick up your look from your ancestors' gene. Your Ori is formless. It has no gender. It has no restriction. Ori is like water. When you put water in a cup, it becomes a cup. When you put water on a ground, it becomes a river. When you put water in a bottle, it becomes a bottle. Because of the flexibility of water, water cannot crash. It cannot be broken. Are you getting me? I think I have time for questioning. One more minute and we are out of here. Which one of these would you recommend? Madarikan, Asheta, Agbelepota, and Darobi. Which one has side effect? All of them have side effect. All of them have side effects, and bad people cannot have all this vaccination on. If you are still having evil, negativity in you, go away from these things, because whatever you don't want others to do to you and you have the vaccination on, if you do it to others, your life get messed up immediately. I'm also on we'll be holding our question and answer again in December. So that time you can bring this question. Hmm? Aboruboye, do you initiate half black, white, or Latino people? You mean mixed race? This mixed race, what are they identifying as? Do they identify with their African heritage or they identify with other heritage? For the blood of African ancestors is in them. And if they choose to identify with the spirituality of your ancestor, definitely there will be a predominance somewhere. Hmm? There will be a predominance somewhere. So most of the Latinos are people that were taught by our people. Most of them have too many genes inside of them. They have the Irish, they have the European, they have the German, they have the African, they have those people are even more, they are even more orphan than the Africans in America, because they identify with a lot of so many mysteries. So they can choose whatever they want. But my focus are people with my skin color. When it comes to initiation, no, but divination for all mankind, irrespective of your color. For liberation, for self awareness, for initiation, my focus is on people with my kind of color, skin color. Skin color. All right, thank you very much. And then um, we are we are going to be wrapping up here. It's already 2 hours. And thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. Go ahead and share with your friends and family as you are still with us right now. Please kindly just go ahead and pin to your give it a like on your give it a like on your YouTube right away. You can also be part of our Telegram hub, African Spirituality on Telegram. You can ask these questions there. Question come up in African Spirituality Hub. We call it Ash. Every now and then, questions that you don't have to wait till today, a day like this to ask. And then we always have our 8 p.m. Nigerian time shrine session every Sunday. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, where we have back and forth discussion. It's like our own mini fellowship, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time on Telegram Shrine. Go to African Spirituality Hub on Telegram and be part of our online community also by going to africanspiritualityhub.com. And you'll be able to be part of so many of our humanitarian works that we're doing there to help people, help everybody here and there, give money to those who are sick, take them to hospital, rehabilitate people who are homeless, and then sponsor children in school and feed those who are also hungry. For that is the active participation of our spirituality. And if you want to also uh, be in touch with me, these are the handles you can. Telegram at Baba Yoba on Telegram, on Facebook at Baba Yoba, on IG at Baba underscore Yoba, and then on Clubhouse at Baba Yoba. Um, you can go on YouTube, on my website, babayoba.org, and you read a lot of resources there. We have podcasts there also. You can listen to these things on the go without distracting yourself in your car, at workplace. Just plug in your earphone and you are listening to me on the go. We have done series, over 100 teachings that we have done. Digest these things, get yourself grounded, and be able to challenge your challengers whenever they come at you with silly things and silly understanding of what African spirituality means. The voice of the ancestors are with us. They are telling us to liberate ourselves from every form of slavery, either mental, spiritual, or whatever. They are giving us liberty and they are saying to us that we are our own God. And then if we don't take responsibility for our actions and inactions, then we don't have authority over the consequences of them. Thank you very much for being a part of this particular broadcast today. And there's a way for you to also book for consultation or divination via our website. Click on the divination booking and then go through it, make your payment, pick a date, and we'll tell you our earliest available date. And if already you have paid for divination, I'm here to get to you. Calm down. Calm down here. Calm down. I'm your friend. I'm not your enemy. I'll get to you. Be certain that once I get to you, we are locked up together forever. Once I get to you, and be sure that I'll take time to treat you as the only person in the world. Please give me time to get to you. Thank you very much. Iṣẹ́ oríran mi ni mò ń ṣe o. Ẹni bá jalè ń ló bọmọ jẹ́. Kóníkálukú wá lọ lè béèrè o. Iṣẹ́ wo lórí ran oníkálukú wa? Ká lè jíṣẹ́ fọ́mọ aráyé wípé àwa náà gba bí kọjá ká má dàbí ejò tó kọjá lórí àpáta tí ò nípa. Ká lè lóko bí Ògún, ká lè lóko bí Ṣàngó, ká lè lóko bí Ọya, ká lè lóko bí Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ Olóòláyùn, ká lè lóko bí Ológun Ṣẹ̀ní Adé, Ajé Ògúngún nísọ̀ onísọ̀ bòde, ká lè lórúkọ bí àwọn baba ńlá bàbá wa. It doesn't cost so much to not be forgotten alive. Only if you take pain to stay in the area of your calling and vibrate in the frequency of your Ori. Then when you sleep and not wake up tomorrow, your name lives forever. And as much as you can also, for every beautiful idea you have, for every revelation you've got, make a recording, write a book, broadcast about it. For these are the materials that people of the future generation will stumble on, and they will know that the truth was, is, and will forever be with them. Ire lójú owó rí o, kójú rẹ̀ oríire lónìí. Ire lobìnrin ń jẹbọ̀ lábọ̀ ọjà, kó o má pàdánù ọkọ, kó o má pàdánù aya, kó o má pàdánù ọmọ. Ojú owó ìpọ́n dáadáa o, kójú owó mọ̀ pọ́n. Ayé á dára fún ọ o. Ọmọ aráyé á gbé ọ gẹ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀, wọ́n fìrè yé ọ sí, wọ́n fìrè wọ́ ọ wá, wọ́n fìrè pọ́n ọ lé. Bọ́ ọ bá pẹ nìkan ọgọ́rùn-ún lọ́nà ẹgbẹẹgbẹ̀rún yóò mọ parapọ̀ láti ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́. Ilẹ̀ tó lanu lónìí kò ní gbé ọmọ o, kò ní gbé bí rẹ̀ mi. Yóò mọ lanu kó ire oko jáde fún ọ ni. Ayé ó sì yọ ọ́ kalẹ̀. Wọ́n sì ro tẹnikẹ́ni ń bí torí orí eléru lérú ń tọ̀, orí elépè ń lè pè ń padà sí. Gbogbo òkú pátápátá tá a bá sọ mọ́ pẹ̀ ńlọpẹ́ sọ padà bá ní o. Ṣọ́ra ṣe o, kó o má bàa gùn gé aládìí. Ire o.